Hey, it's the boys here. How many ones doing today? As for me, frustrated. Wow, I wonder why. As you can tell from the title and thumbnail of the video, I'm not too happy about things that Localizers are doing. And I would rather not call them Localized. And the nickname I have come up with is Localizers. Maybe it's already been made up, but I don't like them, as you may have already tell. Anyway, so in a stream a couple weeks ago, I actually even got a clip of it. I said it was a weekly occurrence that localizers are being caught doing things they shouldn't be doing. I thought that it was just, just an observation that and I was totally wrong. Because we'll speak later. But by the way, weekly hangout, I got it every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Western, Mountain Standard Time. Got that word on the mind. And it's called Void of Thoughts, where I talk about just whatever I find throughout the week that's interesting. And, if you guys want to bring topics to me, join my Discord link below. You can put suggestions. I probably want to make a channel specifically for suggestions. So, anyways, on to the actual story here. In my last stream, I actually missed the story about Game Banana. So, what I know Game Banana for is a game mod site. I've used that for a resource to understand how to make my own sprays in TF2 when I played that way back when. I don't play much of it, to be honest. But I know they also host other game mods as well. And what I found odd that I found out recently, I woke up to just a bunch of tweets talking about it, is that they asked for a patch for Fire Emblem Engage that uncensors things to be censored. We can see the story here from Niche Gamer. So they've got a lot of backlash on the way. And it's, I can prove it here by going to the actual mod site. So we go to Fire Emblem Engage, uncensor patch here, we scroll down. We had the first release 1.1, just a few things. And then update 1.2, Anna and John. Alir supports and wake-ups removed by admin petition invoking Rule 13. Now, I'm not familiar with Rule 13, but I understand, yes, it is within their rights as a company to request changes on mods or whatever, because they're banana. They host a site, they get to curate however they want. So what I found funny, it defeats the purpose of censoring an uncensor patch. That's one thing. But also their reasonings as to why they wanted to censor the uncensor patch. We'll go to a wonderful archive of their response of all this. I wonder why. We'll see later. Go to the archive link over here, and it reads here. Game Banana is respecting the wishes of the developers who, when translating a game from Japanese to English, decided to not depict certain romantic relationships. If you wish to have a fully translated English mod, you'll have to find it somewhere elsewhere. And by the way, it was banned on Lovers Lab. Update. The original Japanese version of FEE has a romantic relationship between characters of ambiguous age. It became apparent later through examination of the game files that these characters may be around the ages of 12 and 18. The developers of the US release removed this romantic relationship. The banned mod translates all of the original Japanese dialogue in English. Thus, it effectively releases the romantic relationships to Western audiences, where I believe the developers did not want this to occur, for the same reasons that the developers we did not want to release it either. This does not mean that you can't get it somewhere else. We just won't be hosting it. Odd. I have some words about it. We'll just switch over to what the post is currently. So let me scroll up here. Post 106.125.60. This is the current version of it. Trying to cover some stuff up, huh? I've been told by people who agree and disagree with our decision that additional justification should be removed because it's either inaccurate, speculative, or simply not needed. And I now concur, so I have removed it. The only justification that is needed, which is not changed, is below. Game Banana does not wish to store on its servers the text and words that convey a romantic relationship between an adult and a child. Every other part of the translation is available for download except this part. So, it's okay. This explains, all right, fine. Private, this is their site. They can host whatever they want. They can curate it however they want. However, why did you need to have a cover up, huh? It's the same post, but it's on an archive site now. Congratulations. No one forgets. No one forgets, dude. Like, so I have a few problems with their statement here. Okay, this one here. And I'll speak about them. So let's go over here. So, a few problems. So if you want to respect the developers, why are you hosting mods at all? Because game modifications inherently do not respect the intentions of a developer. Great. The romanceable characters. Well, yes, underage for regions of North America. Absolutely true. It's pretty normal for East Asia. Are you trying to push your sensibilities onto a different country? Looks like it. Another thing. These characters are fictional. What are you you're protecting no one here. Because unless you're going on the side of, yes, consuming video games that have characters with like underage relationships cause pedophilia or noncery. So, are you arguing that also video games cause violence? Because that's something that we should have solved over, I don't know, almost 20 years ago now? I think over 20 years ago now. So, how interesting, huh? Do we need to have that debate again? I don't think we do, but yet I think there's one of this. And where does Lover's Lab come into this? It's like, oh, by the way, Lover's Lab banned this. Like, great, that's a different site, different standards. What do they have to factor into your decision? Why? And one last thing. Are they really speaking on the behalf of developers? Because I've emphasized that while I was reading that. Like, are you sure that's the developers? Or are you trying to cover up for the localizers by assuming they're part of the development team? Because the development team isn't exactly localizers. Localizers are localizers and translators. Different team. Totally different team. Trying to just stay in good graces with these localizers? I don't know. Maybe. So, that's one story for today. Oh, guess what? We got a twofer! I thought it was just once occurrence every week, but we got a twofer. Because this story broke around Saturday of last week. And today, or at least the last few days, I thought it was a joke because I saw it on Facebook. That's not real. No way. We have Viz Media also being wonderful cultural imperialists. Let's see what we're talking about here. So they localized a manga called Twin Star Exorcist, where a piece of dialogue was changed, and we'll go to Bounding the Comics to their coverage of the story here. So we'll go over to that screen, bam, and we can see here that this is the original text that a character named Shizuru brushes off criticisms by saying this phrase. Now, I don't know Japanese. I want to learn it now more than ever because of these instances. According to multiple sources, including Japanese Twitter user Ray Force Gamer and professional Japanese to English translator at Bansama, Shizuru's dialogue can be actually translated as, a guy fixating on the past ain't popular with ladies, you know. Or, alternatively, men who dwell in the past are not popular. Okay, pretty innocuous. Where does the imperialism come in? Well, they used a different phrase altogether and changed it to, mansplainers aren't popular with the ladies, you know. Completely different context. A word that comes from the West here. A made-up word that is meant to be inherently misandrist in its use. So, if you want to think about this, okay, this is from Viz Media. This was a translation and localization that went through multiple hands and got approved. This is exactly why I cannot trust Western licensors of Japanese media. They don't care about dedicated fans. They don't care about actually getting an accurate message. They just care about their message. Like, I could ask why they do this, but no, it's really it. They just care about their message. They care about their little virtue signaling more than actually making just a good product. Okay? So this is where I encourage you. Again, I've said this in a previous stream. Read fan subs. Learn Japanese, which I now more than ever want to do again. Do not give your money to these cultural imperialists. Okay, do not do that. And it's funny because I am speaking as a Westerner, but I've got some background as family members that are not from this country and know, hey, cultures are different. There shouldn't need to be a global standard, and yet Japanese people, their sensibilities, not. I don't like their sensibilities. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna add words that actually don't have an equivalent over there, and also change the context of a story, and also colonize a work because I feel like it. If you want to lecture people, make your own goddamn work. Don't take over someone else's work. This is horrible. Like it breaks the artistic integrity of the work. Great job, 10 out of 10. So this is another reason why. Another thing. I completely support the idea that translators and localizers have their name and credits of the things they work on, because good ones recognize, great job, dude, good job. Bad ones, hopefully, unless people just continue to fail upwards, either have to do a better job, or people might not want to read their stuff anymore. And this is exactly why I want to make this kind of video. I want to bring awareness to these kind of things that, the quality of your media you're getting is not exactly as you think it is. So, yeah. That's my, part of my message as I can complaining about localizers. So, let me know what you think. I would definitely want to learn Japanese. You guys want to do it too, Do you think localizers are outside of their scope, in their roles? I'd love to see what you have to say, and I'll see you guys in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video.